It's the Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. And it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And in this league, there are many quarterbacks who have their most success running the ball, while there are others who have big arms. There aren't too many guys who can do both. And at the end of many games, this guy leads his team not just in passing, but in rushing as well.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Into the air right away is Allen. And his first pass is incomplete.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
Allen now looks to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
Partney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
Now a guy who played his high school ball at Miami Central, it's James Cook. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here now, 2nd and 4. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Again, it's Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7. Here's Allen to throw it. Rolling to his right. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 10 yards, good enough for a Buffalo first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Allen, sliding out of the pocket. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Allen. And complete, right side to Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Allen off the play fake, steps away. And throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on second down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
A very lengthy opening drive as this will be play number 12 coming on third and goal. To throw, it's Allen. He's got it. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up fourth down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on fourth down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on fourth down.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And caught by Cooper. Touchdown, Buffalo. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Bills' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. And Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it's Amari Cooper who finishes it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins take the field with Tua Tagovailoa, their quarterback from Alabama, at the helm.
Every time he leads his team out, there's no questioning. He's put the work in to earn his place in the NFL. There's no shortage of stories we've heard throughout his career about the effort he puts in to be in this spot. And that motivates everybody on his team.
Now Tua going to change the play. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And out across midfield down to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. They juked him. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19. So they go pass, now they go run, and 2 plays resulting in really nice pickups.
Certainly sounds like a 50-50 deal, doesn't it? Sounds like great balance. Well, you know what all those coaches have told us over the years, Brandon, that balance is? It means doing what you want to when you want to. That play call is working very well for them right now.
If I'm making excuses, and I am, sometimes the sun can be difficult on a ball like that. That looked like it was going to be right there, but it's in and out of his hands. And a potential big play goes by the wayside.
Now Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. This now a 3rd and 4.
Get safe. Go ahead. Solo left Zion. Hey.
From the gun, it's Tua. Being chased out left. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Long. Ready,
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from opening this one up. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied at 7. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They start the drive with Cook. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Flushed out right. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. Here comes 3rd down at 7. Allen going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs.
All right.
Now Tua signaling to change things up. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Ready. All right, fellas, listen up. Turbo 1, hard. Solo left Zion. 20, TX.
In motion, Hill.
Out.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jonnu Smith. Yard touchdown grab, and the Dolphins have taken the lead. Well, he's regarded as one of the best athletes among NFL tight ends, Charles, and it certainly was on display right there.
And as we've seen this league continue to grow and develop, I think the tight end position is becoming harder and harder to defend because now it's elite athletes playing that position, not just the big guys who can block. How about his ability to get downfield and make plays against any defense?
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And here come the Bills. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing now is Allen. That is caught, and he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
I tell you what, 3rd and 10, you look over, and you've got the punt team getting loose on the sideline, so that puts added importance on this play. You certainly don't want to see them on the field, and after a couple of incompletions, 3rd time's the charm as they get the hook up here and pick up the first down.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more on that one and another first down. To the air, Allen. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 18 yards the gain for number 18. Cook up the gut. Down to the 22-yard line.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Allen to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
To throw again on second down. Allen right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Third and 2. Back to the ground, Cook. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
A great job there by this defense. They give up the long drive, but in the end, it looks like they'll force a field goal attempt.
So on 4th down, off goes Allen. On comes Tyler Bass for the Buffalo field goal. The kick by Bass is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this second quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
So after knocking through the field goal, here's Bass to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
Go ahead. Let's go.
In motion, Hill. Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jonnu Smith, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well, just a sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns.
Is that like mentioning a perfect game in baseball? Or are we cool to do it here in football, partner?
No, I think you can do it here in football. I think perfect game in baseball, that's its own category.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Could not imagine a worse start for that secondary. Or let's face it, a better one for this offense. No chance they stop passing now the way that it's going. I think they'll continue to press the ball downfield and hopefully reap the same results.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp. And at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here now a 3rd down and 8. Allen now looks to throw. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Here's Allen to throw it. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Back to throw. Allen setting up the screen for Cook. He's into space past the 25. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Allen. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Allen. And that one going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So it's an empty possession there, and you'd have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
Hey! Out!
Here's Tua. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Ready. Solo left Zion.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Tua setting up shop to throw again. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts So as they talk it over, we step aside. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Get set. Out.
Tua going to throw. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one. Finding Shakir across the formation. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
A final shot before half for Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback, and the third quarter will start from the 30. The Dolphins offense and Tua Tagovailoa headed back out onto the field. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Tua. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 3rd and 4.
Get set. Hey, double one.
They'll run right side with Mostert. And he is going to lose yardage here.
All right, let's go.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. Has his man, it's Shakir. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Allen going to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. Keeps himself upright. Steps away to his left. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big 3rd down play, and they did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. Flush to his right. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To the air, Allen escaping the, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Now Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright. And the deficit will stay at 3 scores. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
3rd quarter from Miami. This is 2nd and 10.
Turbo 3, kick. 21G.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Out route to Hill, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up second.
Ready. 20 TX. Yeah. Hey, 21 TX. Out.
Looking to pass. Tua. A throw left sideline, falls incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Back now in Miami. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. Second and 9 now from the 21. Allen now looks to throw. Quick throw, and he's got Amari Cooper. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we play.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Here's Allen to throw it. Into the hands of the tight end, Dalton Kincaid. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 55 yards. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often...
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none. Because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Dolphins ready to take over on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. The Tua's going to change things up.
Ready. Hey.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tua getting this out to the flat. Mostert. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Solo left Zion. Hey.
Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That swung out to Mostert. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Four receivers now. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
Watson, Oscar. Turbo 1, hard. Solo left Zion. Solo left.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And the Bills are right back in this football game. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down, and you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 62 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
A big play here as the crowd noise rises. 3rd and 1. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on 3rd down, usually you think 4th down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on 3rd. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Here's Allen. Flushed out right. And he fends him off. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane, 36 yards. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you've got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Two yards to go, second down.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's Cook again.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
85 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Up the middle, it's Cook.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. They run again on first down. Cook
knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Allen eluding the pressure right.
Now he fires deep for Shakir, and that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up fourth down. Now Allen, gotta have this one. And it's knocked away and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just all around a solid performance, and now they've got the 3-score lead here, Charles, so the final seconds of the fourth quarter.
Yeah, in this one, they've been in control, haven't they? They've earned this victory. No question who the better team was out there in this game. And frankly, the score could have been a lot worse than it was. Give them a lot of credit for how they played in this one.
2nd and 10.
Ready. Step. Hey. Step. What?
Here's Tua. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, a little insult to injury here late in the game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You know, you just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium.
And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
All right, come on. 32
Already here, they'll audible to something else.
Hey, turbo one. Hey, 21 TA.
Throwing to start here is Tua.
He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Turbo 3, kick. Let's go. Ready.
Tua going to throw.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. They went counter there offensively, and a couple of defenders were on skates for a second.
They certainly were, and you know what offensive linemen love about the counters and the misdirections? Sometimes you don't even have to block the defender. He can run himself out of the play if he doesn't read his keys properly.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. They finally caught up to him there at the end of the play, but great inside handoff, and what a powerful run.
The first few yards seemed relatively easy. Then it got tougher, right? And that's where he showed that he was not going to go down easily. He was not going to be denied until he got everything he could out of that run.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Trying the left side with Walker.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
48 yards rushing so far, and this is just their first possession. They've got a new set of downs here.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back to Walker on 1st down. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. They run again with Walker.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
There we go.
Running right, here's Walker. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Running left is Walker.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Myers' kick is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there, all the things that have gone on. And the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Hey.
Now Tua.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll set up to throw. That one complete to Hill. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Devon Achane.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Smith.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Here's Smith.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker.
And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Walker now on 1st and 10. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. And going right back to Walker. Down to about the 32.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Straight ahead, Walker.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Here's Smith.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Myers' kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, well,
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Solo left Zion. Hey.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
He'll dump this off to Achane.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2.
Get set. Turbo one.
Now Tua going to change the play.
Turbo one.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at a nice little drive brewing right here.
Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
Corner, long.
From the gun, it's Tua.
He's to the 15.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, get set. Watson, Oscar. Turbo one, hard.
In motion, Hill.
Ready, set.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Ready, set. Solo left Zion. 20, TX.
Looking to pass. Tua.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Turbo one. Out.
Mostert. Here's Mostert.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Tried to get it on the edge there, but there was no seal, nowhere to go, had to step out.
Yeah, sometimes the defense just wins those battles because ordinarily the guy setting the edge Offensive tackle, tight end, H-back, someone of that caliber, wasn't there on that play. Defense wins it in a...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10.
13 next, 13 next. Go ahead.
Throwing now is Geno. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Smith.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach on the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Get set.
After the turnover, it's Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it. He's got room to roam.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Tagovailoa working out of the gun.
That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle, a 14-yard touchdown.
And the Dolphins will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Hey, 21, T8.
Tua sets up to pass it. They're going deep for Hill. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, come on, 2. Come on, 2. Come on, 2. Let's go. Whoa. Hey, 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 hey.
Hill going to go in motion right.
Out.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That one complete down the field to Smith. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Ready. Solo left Zion. Hey, 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 hey.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. But let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Watch it, Oscar. What?
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that one's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start. But they took the deep shot anyway. And fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Solo left Zion. Solo left. Out.
Out of the gun on 3rd down. Here's Tua. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 3 first-half interceptions now, and Charles, you'd have to think a fair amount of concern is developing over there on that sideline.
And there should be, because essentially he's been a little loose and possibly reckless with the football here in the first half. Now, maybe it's not all on him, but still 3 interceptions. That puts the entire team in jeopardy. So the play caller from here on out got to design some throws for him that he can complete, keep it away from the defense, and try and get him back on track.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Play. 21G, 21G.
Here's Tua. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
It's safe. Go ahead.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Anthony Walker. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
That one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key.
Crucial.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
All right, fellas, listen up. All right. Out!
They'll run right side with Mostert.
Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage.
Devin Witherspoon takes him down defensively.
If this defense wants to stay in this ball game, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
They'll swing this complete out to Hill.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first.
He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
A quick throw out to Lockett. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
Out of the gun, Smith. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Left side complete to Lockett. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. To the right side, this is Walker.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Smith.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
And that's a step in the right direction. This had the feeling of one of those turning point kind of drives. If you come up empty there, it could be a long road back. But they persevered and hung around, and they closed the gap here in the third quarter with their first touchdown of the game.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up. It is through. That'll make this now a 28-13 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, the fact you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Ready. Scat. Hey, 21 TX.
Tua going to throw.
Throw caught by Achane.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throw left side, taken in by Hill. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Final minute now of the third quarter. Now Tua. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Yeah, let's go. Ready to stinger. Out.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Instead of a 3rd and 1 run, they go pass and they get 12 yards out of it. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Go ahead. Whoa. Set.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa dancing to his left. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Tua Tagovailoa
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the end zone, here comes Jalen Darden. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job. Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league. Now Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield. Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Here we go on 4th. Smith. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say? Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Looking to pass. Tua. Buying time to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jaron Reed muscles his way in for the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. A solid run of 11 there as he tucked it and ran, but he's still short of the marker at its 4th. The kick by Sanders is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Now Gino. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Gino now to throw.
And he's got Smith and Jigba.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
Jackson Smith and Jigba.
29 yards.
And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Come on, two.
They'll get that out wide to Waddle.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
Solo left Zion. Out.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Now Tua signaling to change things up.
All right, fellas, listen up.
They'll run with Mostert.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Now they'll change things up.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Ball hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think there he had to come off of his primary receiver in a big way, just trying to get it to a secondary guy, unable to get that play completed.
Checked down, but didn't even have enough time to do that. Incomplete. This defense has held on so far. Now from the 3, this is 3rd and goal.
G.
Tua sets up to pass it. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Tyreek Hill on the touchdown pass from Tua. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Smith now to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here's Smith. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Hey, here we go, hey.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. 120 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Catch is made by Metcalf, and he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. 23 yards on the play.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Ready.
Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Now to the ground, here's Walker. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
3rd and goal. Try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
There we go, Sonoma.
Play action. It's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Phillips coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Hey, here we go, hey. Alert. There goes Sonoma.
One last throw here for Smith. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is going to be recovered in the end zone. And he's got a Super Bowl touchdown. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. It was an exercise in futility anyway. It doesn't affect the final outcome, and this one's over. So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. A solid return, pretty good field position.
To 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he'll work this one out to about the 38.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
This 2nd and 4. Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
2nd down and 3. They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes that's a danger of putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a first down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A man who played collegiately over at East Lansing, here's Ken Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Geno. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Smith. And that's That's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
On 4th down, Smith. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd down, and they go back to Gibbs. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down. They'll go again with Gibbs. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people say, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Setting up the screen, this is Gibbs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 1st down, Lions on a pickup of 13.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16, and another 1st down. They'll run with Gibbs, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Here's Goff. And he slings one that's incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Goff now to throw. He's got it complete to Gibbs. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Well, they're going to try this. They need 5 full yards to hit the end zone here on 4th and goal, but they're going for it. Now Goff. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams hauling that one in from Jared Goff. And the Lions' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right?
Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
And he will get in to make it 8-0. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense. That's 2 points for them, but he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. One quarter down, 8-0 the score. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Smith. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
This is 2nd and 8. In motion, the tight end. Back to throw, Smith. Flush to his right. He completes this to Walker. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Geno now to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. And Smith here, an audible at the line. Now Geno. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Up the middle, here's Walker. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's Walker. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Smith. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker from 3 yards out. And the Seahawks are back within a couple of the lead. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And it's up and good. So maybe a bit early here to try to match the two. They're content to trail by 1 at 8-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Back to throw, Goff. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7. Another run for Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Now Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Goff and his guys not coming off the field. They're going for this. They're going to go for it. It's Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Running left is Walker.
And he gets it down to the 32. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Throwing is Smith. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Here's Smith. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Now it's Smith. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
And this is going to miss left. I don't think it even got there either. It's no good either way, and that'll keep this a one-point game.
Boy, that could have been a real momentum boost going into the break. You get into field goal position with a chance to seize the lead, but this one doesn't find the target, and they're unable to capitalize.
Off play action. Here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is a game, Charles, it's been fairly starved for offense. Really not much in that first half. We'll see if they can get something going here as we look toward the third quarter.
And not just a chance to finally get a little more offense going, but to erase that small deficit they currently trailed by. I think they'd send a pretty powerful message to the opposite sideline if they drive it right down the field coming out of the half.
Here's Smith. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker.
And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. Well, I thought they should have punted before. Now they probably definitely need to punt, right?
Yeah, we did a little mind melding there, didn't we? Because I was wondering, why are you out there if you're not going to punt it in the first place? Now I don't think they have any choice.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
That pass caught. It's Williams.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The end result, 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
Play action. It's Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 23. Again, Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's Goff. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Uchenna Nwosu collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Here's Goff. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
To throw is Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Bates' kick is good, and the lead grows to 4. It's 11-7.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7.
Smith.
Repeated the last play, finding Walker. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith.
Throw out wide to Walker.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Smith. That's to his running back, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Smith going to move him around.
Throwing now is Geno. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd down and 3. From the gun, it's Walker.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Back to Walker on first down.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They run again with Walker. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Smith. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
For the lead, here's 3rd and goal.
Smith now to throw. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
They'll run for it with Charbonnet.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Seahawks have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. So the false start will back them up 5. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
The false start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Goff. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Uchenna Nwosu picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
33 yards that time.
They absolutely had to take some chances downfield trailing here in the fourth quarter.
So why not go 4 verticals, send the guys downfield, say make a play.
And that's one of the favored routes of offensive coordinators. You know why? Because receivers can be open at any point running that route.
He's across midfield, and he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
And good yardage there on first down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
Now Goff. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
He's got right on the short throw. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Goff. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They come up with 1 timeout and the 2-minute warning to work with. Here's 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. This to Laporta, right side. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Second down, 8 yards to go. Throwing again is Goff. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. picked off by Ernest Jones. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. And that should just about do it.
I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the fourth quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here.
And now Smith going to change the play. Again, it's Walker. Down the left sideline. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 16-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Smith. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
So the victory here for Seattle. And it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the fourth quarter, somehow